Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension, and I am here today with a VR to Natalia over at Ouroboros, which is a pretty new channel, but I'm loving it. I love her perspective on stuff. So the hashtag that I'm doing today is the Council of Seven. So after watching her video, I really don't, at this level of my development, I don't see a Council of Seven like that. But I figured I would put my spin on it because for me, I'm very new to the tarot journey, just under 2 years for me. And so for me, I guess because I'm going to be 49 in a couple of months, I've gone practically my whole life without a council of tarot cards or tarot decks. So I don't really look to them for counsel, so to speak. Like that, to that degree, I would say. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't maybe in 10 years from now. I don't know, but that's not where I'm at in my development. So I figured I would put a little bit of a spin on it, because I am a knowledge seeker. So for me, what these are vehicles of learning for me. So the first one that I wanted to talk about was the Everyday Witch. And the reason why I love this deck so much is because, or why I feel like it's, I guess, one of my 7 council members, more like my 7, and actually they're, all of them are for different reasons. I could go on, but I had to pick 7. So this one, because I'm also a baby witch, new to witchcraft, I really relate to this. I mean, I can look at these pictures and they tell me a story. So that's what I love about the Everyday Witch. I can relate in other ways to this other than like your typical meanings. So the second council, and this is going to be short because I'm not getting all in depth. Hopefully it's short. The second one that's on my list, and these are not in any particular order. One is not better than the other. None of that. They're just for different reasons. So the next one is Spirit Keepers. The thing that I love really about this deck is, I mean, I think I put on here key to hidden knowledge. I feel like with this deck, you're getting a huge portion, obviously with all of the decks, but especially this one, you're getting a huge portion of the creator. And I love how Benabelle's mind works. I love how creative and, I mean, in depth she is with her cards and all of the different meanings. I believe that she pulled some information on astrology from here, elemental stuff. Obviously, the tarot is, but she's put the actual symbols on the cards. She's renamed pretty much all of the cards to something different. Well, at least not the pips, I don't think. Yeah, actually she has. So I love that this is Rider Waite. I love that this is Thoth, which I don't have Thoth yet, but I am very, very much want to delve into that area as well. But I just have to take baby steps because I'm the kind of person I want it all. I want it now. I just go all in, and that's just me. I just go all in when I'm interested in something. So there's also I Ching, I believe, mixed in with that, and I think there was another one too. Anywho, I love all of the information and knowledge, and I love all of the materials that come with her stuff. I still haven't even done the 22 week. I still want to do that yet. But, I mean, I've just been feeling overwhelmed as of lately. So, I have no intentions on getting any more decks. Knock on wood after saying that. Knock on wood. So, that was my number 2 in the list. Now, another one, and if you've been watching for any length of time on my channel, you know I'm absolutely in love with this deck. I feel like this is my soul deck. I feel like it just speaks to me. I don't even understand that connection. This is the first deck that I've had like this kind of connection with. But I swear, when I started seeing walkthroughs, I was like, okay. But then when I started watching stuff on her channel, Chris Ann, I just fell in love with these cards. I mean, I'm still in the honeymoon phase. I mean, how can you not with a moon card like that? You know? But what this feels like to me is she's mixed so many things in this that I'm absolutely all about. That's what I believe, which is, you know, ancient geometry and light working and the symbolism that she uses. I mean, like, look at, this is one of my birth cards. Look at how she's harnessing her star, right? The colors that she used are just astonishing. Even that, look at the devil card. Like that temptation, you know, and I really relate to this card too because I'm a Capricorn. So my astrological associated card is the devil. And boy, oh boy, does the devil play a role in my life as far as the temptation and addiction and all that. Very much Capricorn, okay? So this, I would say, is really my Lightworker soul deck. You know, it's really how I see. It's like she was speaking to my soul and what I believe as far as the universe and all that. So now the next one that I had on the list, it's a brand new deck. Absolutely brand new. I just got it. It was gifted to me. And that is the Golden Tarot, which is the Visconti Sforza deck. The reason why this is on my list is because, you know, I'm a knowledge seeker. I'm a truth seeker. I want to know the origins of things. So, oops. So, this is one of the oldest known decks. If not the oldest, I don't know. From ancient Italy. It was commissioned for the Visconti Sforza family, which was very common when you were, from what I'm reading, which is so cool, and they were a very powerful, rich family in Milan. And it was actually a daughter of Visconti and the son of Sforza. Sforza, actually, that name was derived from like strength. And because that family had very much military might, and the Visconti was like extremely wealthy, maybe the wealthiest family in Milan, when those two came together, they were it was a very powerful union. So when they would have like weddings or, you know, anything like that, family, whenever you were given a gift, you know, they would like commission paintings or whatever. So some people had commissioned tarot decks and it would show like their status. And these were based on the family, a lot of the pictures of the family. So I love the history. I'm just getting into it, but I think this is so friggin' cool. So this is just, this deck I picked was because it was just another level of learning about the history of the tarot. So now the next one that I chose was the Tarot de Marseille. This was also a gift. And the reason I put this on here is because this is a different system entirely. This one, I believe, was commissioned in the 15th century. So like in the 1400s, I believe. I could be wrong. But this is French. This was what was used early on for like parlor games for the elite, you know. So, and some of these meanings, or several of these meanings, are totally different than the Rider-Waite system. So this is why I love this deck, and I want to learn as much as I can about the meanings and about the history that revolves around when the tarot came to France. So as you can see, the theme is all about my learning journey, not just about the meanings of the cards, but the history of tarot. And then, of course, the person that created it, their version of it, or their take on it. So then the next deck is, where is it? The Druid Craft. Now this one is more so, I've always been interested in Celtic and Druid and even Norse, but I see this deck as like very nature-based and getting back to nature. So this one, very earthy, and being a Capricorn, I'm also an earth sign. So I really find this a very grounding deck. So if I want to do a reading, but I want to get a little bit more grounded than maybe some of these other ones, like the Lightworkers, which is very much about light. And, you know, I'm sure there's grounding in there too, but this is the one that I really feel that I've had for a while. This was the first deck also that I trimmed and edged. And so, yeah, I feel you can see even the green there, right? For earth. Green is my favorite color, but not because of money, but because of the earth. All of the different greens that you see in nature. So that was my choice for that one. And the last one, which I forgot to grab. Oh, no. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Sorry. The last one, because I was teetering between two of them. The last one is the Universal Rider-Waite. And the reason I chose this one is because this is the first deck that I actually got that was like Rider-Waite. So I feel like most of the books, or the vast majority of books, when you're trying to learn, really learn the symbology behind, or the symbolism behind the Rider-Waite system, I think it's only best to get a Rider-Waite deck. And that still has the main part of the symbolism in it. So I chose the Universal Rider-Waite. And those are my 7. The other one, I'm just going to mention it. Honorary mention, okay? The other one that I was going to add was a new deck that I also got. And that is the Sigala or Sigala Medavalia from Julianne Victoria. The reason why I was going to choose this one, because like I said, it's all about learning and growing for me. And this one is all like sigils. So when I think of this, I think of when you're going to a psychologist or psychiatrist and they have those cards and you're supposed to decipher what you see in like cloudy pictures, right? So it's about getting in touch with your psyche or getting in touch with your higher self, because one of the things that even got me on another journey was seeing a dream or a sigil. I mean, a sigil, it was like it was flashing, not even flashing, it was like slowly. It was right before I woke up, slowly crossing in front of me as I was dreaming. And it was right before I woke up. I seen that, and I seen a symbol of like a crocodile with a green circle behind it. I don't know what that's about, but I tried looking for the sigil, and that's what started me on part of the path, because I didn't even know what a sigil was until then. And so I talked to my sister and I showed her, because it was in my dream book, which is upstairs. Because I had tried to trace down the symbol, or write it down as far as I could remember in you know, my waking state. And so we started researching, looking for what a sigil was, you know, looking for symbols. That's what I put in first. And then sigils came up. I'm like, oh. So that's why I really love this deck for what it can bring to the table. So there you have it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. I will put the original video from Natalia over at Ouroboros down below, so that you can please go check that out. And I've only watched like 1 or 2 of these, so I'm going to be catching up on that. I've just been really, really busy. So I started going through all of my jewelry from years ago. And I mean, that's just a small little handful. So I started going through all of them so that I can maybe put them on my website or do an online sale, or, you know, a live sale or something. I don't know. I just got to get rid of them. This is stuff that's been in storage for 10 years. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this, and I'm sending you guys love and light. Thank you.